That's what's up. All right. Well, y'all know before we get started with anything else, I have to give y'all what's called Big T with the T.
Big tips.
What? Let's try that again.
It's the
not big tips.
You know
That's not late night mud talk. Let's be
that's
real.
That's after 9, Red. But y'all know what we call it Big T with the T. No sound effect, Red.
He's trying.
That's okay. All right. So anyway, let's get into the news today. So first off, we're going to talk about Jay Z and Beyonce. Yes. And all of our news today comes from TMZ. As always, shout out to TMZ for always looking out for us. So Jay Z and Beyonce have just snagged one of the greatest masterpieces in the country, a 30,000 square foot home in the prime area of Malibu. And they paid a hefty price for it. Real estate sources told TMZ the couple paid $200 million for the property, making it the most expensive home ever sold in the entire state of California, eclipsing the previous record of $177 million. It is also the second most expensive real estate deal in the country, the top being $238 million for an New York City apartment.
Oh,
I know. What? Yeah, so there was an apartment in New York City that cost $238 million.
I take Malibu.
Yeah. So the house sits on an 8-acre bluff overlooking the Pacific Ocean in the Paradise Cove area, also known as Billionaire's Row, which is obviously where Beyonce and Jay Z probably should be. The home is the couple's second massive real estate purchase in the Los Angeles area that we know of. Back in 2017, they purchased a Bel Air mansion for $88 million and pumped millions more into the home to push it over the $100 million mark.
They still have that?
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe they sold it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't even know about that real estate transaction. I was just thinking that's a lot of, you take the 200 million plus the 100 and some million. That's a lot of real estate.
It is. That's a lot of, and that's a lot of renovations done just to sell it too.
That's a lot in taxes every year. Like
that's yes. I think they can afford it though. I mean, that's the power couple.
Well, I heard she was going through some things with the tax, the IRS. So
like they were giving her lots of money to buy real estate.
No, basically she owes the IRS, and it's not like she has way more money than she owed the IRS.
Yeah,
so she just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to buy a $200 million mansion just to say a big F you to the government."
I'm about to say, and still don't give Uncle Sam his money. So, all right. In other news, Fetty Wap is back in court. So, yes. So, do you remember Fetty Wap? Everybody remember Fetty Wap? We love Fetty Wap. Yes. So, Fetty Wap is begging the judge in his federal drug trafficking case to only sentence him to the mandatory minimum. But the feds, they want him locked up for a whole lot longer. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Fetty is seeking a 5-year sentence after pleading guilty to conspiracy to distribute at least 500 grams of cocaine stemming from his October 2021 arrest. The rapper's legal team told the judge Fetty accepts full responsibility for his crimes, but his conduct here does not and should not define him. And they attached a bunch of letters from his family and friends speaking on his behalf, who say Fetty was just trying to provide for them financially. Uncle Sam sees it completely different, though. In the documents, the feds want Fetty to spend 7 to 9 years behind bars, claiming he participated in a massive drug trafficking organization that flooded Long Island with cocaine. The Office of U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, Breon Peace, also says leniency isn't really warranted here, saying Fetty has used and continues to use his fame and sizable platform and influence to glamorize the drug trade. May 24th is his sentencing, so it would be interesting to see what the judge decides.
So, don't mind my not knowledge of coke. Is that like a brick? Is that like multiple bricks?
Yes.
How many bricks?
So,
coke is coke.
I just want to know how much. I just want to know how much. 500 grams. Is that what you said?
It'll be like one brick is 1,000 kilos.
That's a lot of math.
So it's like,
So how many grams?
So you got to think 1,000 grams is like $7,000 worth of money.
So 500 grams is a lot of bricks.
That's a lot of bricks.
Yeah,
and you know why they wrote those letters? Because their coke plug's about to get put in jail. So, that's why they're mad.
And see, that's the thing with these artists. They always set themselves up for failure while trying to be a celebrity and also still be in the streets and try to deal with the dope game and everything. You can't set yourself, if you're a millionaire, but you still want to sell dope, you got to pick a side.
Absolutely.
I think they miss the excitement though. I think there's just that thrill of
why though? You already rap about it. You already snitching on yourself in your raps.
Right.
Yes.
So
but there's an
why
excitement.
Still do it?
It's that.
And then you wouldn't even think that was coming from Fetty Wap.
Really?
I
You
never
didn't
thought
think
it would come from Fetty Wap,
I
but
mean,
you
well,
never
you
know.
can't say he doing it for the kids because he don't take care of his kids. So
Yeah,
that right there makes me.
I seriously think they
they
do it for the rush. Like he doesn't have to make.
They
that
do it
money.
for themselves.
Yeah.
Well, and I was going to say too, and we're going to talk about this with Ja Morant. Some people just can't leave that life alone.
That life
Mhm.
alone.
As the saying goes, you can take somebody out the hood, but
You
But
can't
you can't take the
out
hood
of
out
take
that
the hood out of
person.
him.
I'm gonna hold my comment, but Ja wasn't from the hood, right?
No, but he's
Like,
he
he
was a
decided to
nerd.
go into the hood.
yes, and now he can't stop doing hood
Because
shit.
it's that thrill, it's that excitement,
got-
that adrenaline rush.
We're gonna
that-
get to that. We're gonna get
Yes.
to that.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna
Yes, we
get to
are.
that.
All right. In positive news, though, Good Burger is returning back to the screen. If you remember the movie from the 90s.
Yes.
Yes.
They
So
should have just opened a franchise.
they should. But one cool thing that Nickelodeon did, this is not the T, but before COVID, I think. Yes. So it was before COVID. They brought back all that, which y'all remember from Nickelodeon, and they actually had a mobile truck, like a Good Burger truck that went around different states, and they set up shop and sold Good Burgers. So that was pretty dope.
I've
That was
been
on
looking for that
Nickelodeon?
secret sauce
Have
all
you-
my life.
Have anyone of us ever had a Good Burger?
I have not.
I don't honestly.
Where do they sell them at?
I don't.
Well, so it wasn't a thing, but they made up like a truck so people can go.
Oh,
Like a-
okay.
like a-
So where was that truck located?
So when the show came back, it was mostly in LA.
Oh, okay.
So
But here's the thing. So that show was on Nickelodeon. So like you guys, that was probably like in your preteen.
well,
Yeah,
I was a
childhood.
child.
Right. So
Yeah.
see, for me, I have no idea what you're saying right now because I was like kind of beyond that Nickelodeon stage at that point. I
So
don't even
all
know what
that
is.
was kind of like the kid version of Saturday Night Live.
Got you.
And so that's how Kenan and Kel got their start. So
Gotcha.
they
Okay.
took off from all that. Then they had the show Kenan and Kel. Then Good Burger
Gotcha.
happened, and then that's
Okay.
how that happened. So all that, if all my people who are listening and watching, all that was all that. It was amazing. It was
And all
great.
my people that are my age that are watching, we have no idea what you're saying.
Yes, just picture Saturday Night Live with
With which is what
Pretty
I'm
cool.
sad I missed that now.
Yes. So, but Good Burger was originally a sketch
Yeah.
that was on all that. But
And that featured Amanda Bynes, right?
yes,
And
Yeah.
she recently was just found wandering around naked.
yeah,
Good
she's
for her.
she's going through a
He
lot
said
of
good for her.
She lived that life.
She's
Is that
on
a
that
mental
Good
health thing, or
burger.
did she just get
She-
caught
I
walking
think it
naked?
was a mental health
Mental
thing.
health
She was
issue.
put
She's been
into
going through a
It
lot.
happens to
a
a lot of those.
72-hour hold.
Like, was she
Yeah.
like out in public?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, butt naked.
Those
in
child
public.
stars. That's
Yes.
what that was,
Yeah.
right?
But
Yes.
she's been dealing with mental health issues for
Yeah.
quite some time. So, but so Good Burger's returning to the big screen with Kenan and Kel. The sequel is going to be called Good Burger 2, and they started actually shooting yesterday, Thursday, in North Providence, Rhode Island, around 8 a.m. TMZ was told production completely transformed a vacant Friendly's ice cream shop into the new Good Burger joint and gave it a complete 90s facelift to fit the movie. There is no official release date, but it is expected for Kenan and Kel to return full-time to the roles for the movie.
So this is not going to be where they hire new kids. It's going to be where they come in as adults, kind of like they're doing with a lot of the
Yeah.
remakes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Is it? I'm
That's
hoping
dope.
it's their restaurant. They're running it together.
that would be pretty dope.
Basically,
Yes.
yeah.
I
That'd
got
be dope.
some research to do later because
And then marketing afterwards. Like I said, y'all can sell that secret sauce.
They really could.
Yes.
That would be dope.
was there. So there's a sauce.
You never seen the movie Good Burger?
No,
No, she hasn't.
Oh wow.
no, this was beyond my time.
We're gonna. That's
Okay.
another
I was
white girl
living my
thing that
best
we're gonna have
naughty
to
White
get her.
girl watches Good Burger.
Yeah.
I was living
We're
my
gonna
best
tie her down to
teenage
the chair
college
like an
years.
undercover brother.
Yes.
Yeah,
All things
have you
black.
ever watched
All things
Undercover Brother?
black.
What?
Have you ever watched Undercover Brother?
No, I don't watch
Oh
anything.
wow.
I don't watch movies.
Well, you got some homework to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a
All right.
long drive tomorrow. Maybe I'll
Maybe you
find
will.
it.
All right. Well, that was Big T with the tea. And even though I got some tea, I'm gonna spill it here first on Mud Talk. So we kind of were discussing earlier about the whole Ja Morant situation. If you don't know about Ja Morant, he got caught a second time waving a gun on Instagram Live. And so a lot of people who were kind of supporting him the first time, saying he's just a kid, give him a break, give him another chance. Well, they are not exactly supporting him this time, especially Stephen A. Jackson, who told him pretty much he was a dumbass. Stephen A. Jackson was one of the people who supported him, was saying like, hey, like he's a kid, learn from his mistakes. But this time, a lot of people are just like, yeah, we're done with him. So he's been losing endorsements left and right from Gatorade, Nike, any endorsement you can think about. He is, if he hasn't lost it, he's losing it. So I want to know, what do you guys think about this situation?
I definitely understand because guns are not toys, and you are I believe NBA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are an NBA player, which means you have children looking up to you and they watch the things you do. So if you feel like that's okay behavior for you to have as an adult, how do you think those kids are going to internalize that message?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
looking up to you.
You have to be that role model. You made that commitment.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to have that life. Like I was saying earlier, he was not from that life.
Not
and
at all.
I have a little bit more empathy from somebody who came from that life. And it's hard to remove yourself from your friends and family and what you knew growing up. But when you didn't come from that life and you said, okay, I'm going to go into that life. And like you said, got addicted to it and started doing their thing.
Yeah.
That's not a good example. That's a choice. That is a personal choice.
Yes.
It's not like, it's a lot harder, I think, for somebody that's in the spotlight to leave their family, their friends, their neighborhood, if that's where they came up. He didn't come up like that.
Yeah.
This is just all choice.
Yeah, he definitely didn't come up like that. I've seen high school photos of him when he had on glasses and he was looking like a nerd and everything like that. So it's like, once you get into that limelight, once you get that fame, once you get that money, I mean, we don't know his childhood, how he came up or anything like that, but as black people, as black men, superstars, once you put money in front of our face, sometimes we tend to get a little crazy. So, but he was around the wrong crowd, the wrong individuals. Maybe some of his people that he did grow up in the hood with, they lured him on to that somewhat gangster style, but he didn't need to be in that.
Yeah.
So I just hope that he sits down and figure out like, hey, you're gonna have to pick a side. Simple
I don't
as
even
that.
know if he's going to have that choice to pick a side.
Not at all.
He's losing
After this,
well, and he's suspended from the Grizzlies,
Right.
so it's a wrap. But
and then this is the second time too. So
yes.
Right, which is why I understand, but I don't agree because, like you said, he didn't grow up in that lifestyle. It was a choice. At what point, as an adult, do you take accountability?
Yeah.
Right,
Because
right.
these are your actions. You were given a pass once for you to turn back around
And do the same
slap
thing.
everybody in the face who supported you and do the same thing. At this point, no.
And this is my thing about it. The thing is that the people who were supporting him were like, well, I mean, but it's kind of like when they're like, well, I wasn't at work when I did it. It doesn't matter. You still represent the league.
You're in the spotlight.
And they say in the contract for the NBA, this is a violation.
Yes.
You cannot do that. So regardless if you're in the car, regardless if you're at a bar, I don't care if you're at church, you have to represent the team at all times because, like Shay said, people are watching you. You have role models. So being that you are a basketball player, you think people are not watching you 24/7?
Yeah.
Even if you go to Walmart, people are going to watch you. You could be buying a loaf of bread, and that's it.
They're gonna judge you on the brand that you're buying.
On the brand that you're buying, like they just people. That's just how it is when it comes to the NBA. So for people to say like, oh well, he wasn't doing this or doing that, it doesn't matter. You're just on social media. You're representing the NBA, and you're representing not only yourself but your teammates.
Well, but look though. It's not even that he's on social media himself. He's allowing his friends or his surrounding people that's around him post and go live and everything. You should have the upper level to say, hey, no, I'm not going on live.
That's like Ralph said. Remember when he said his nephew played in the league and his job, he used to go around with him and pull him out of situations. Because he surrounded himself with that.
Yes, you should be more smarter than that. Like, hey, bro, don't put me in that situation. Yeah.
But not only that, I was just saying, not only that, I watched a video of a Crip, like one of the lead Crips, and he was like, he's throwing up gang signs here and there. He's like, bring him to the hood. Look, because here's the thing. He goes, the kids in my neighborhood, the kids that are in my gang that you're saying that you represent that you absolutely don't. He goes, they would kill to be in the spot that you're in.
Absolutely.
And he was like, so I don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the interview. It was like with one of the Crips in California. I don't know how the whole thing works, but like but I don't know the whole gang theory thing, but he was one of the big ones in California. But he literally said, come to my hood. Let's show you what it's like if you want to throw signs. And he's like, because we're not about that. Yeah. So I don't know.
But if you as a NBA basketball player feel like you have to carry a gun around with you, you got enough money to go hire some damn security.
He doesn't feel like that. That people are saying
but I'm just saying
what that's about.
No, but I'm just saying you having a gun on you. Even his reason could be I just want to feel like I got to be gangster with it. If you got to feel like you have to feel like that, then get you some damn security. You make enough money to have. I don't even
think it's a security thing. I don't think
it's just him wanting to show. It's wanting to show.
People are saying that they're like get security. That's not even a security thing. That is him wanting to flash his gun, just like all the kids do. I say kids. That I just sounded real old. Just like all people. Like you got people on social media saying, "Look at my guns, look at my money, look at this." Mm-hmm. That was just him trying to flash what he's doing.
But it actually happened to another basketball player. I can't think of his name right now. He got caught with a gun in his luggage, in his bag. Mm-hmm. couple years ago, like probably like 10 years ago, and they suspended and
Yeah.
dropped him from the league.
Yeah.
Just because.
See, and
he
that
had
one I could see
weapon.
maybe that was for protection.
You know?
That one, and he wasn't over there
Yeah.
flashing around social
No, he
media.
wasn't
he went
flashing.
crazy.
He just got caught with
Yeah.
it. You know, so
All I'm gonna say is Ja Morant, you better learn how to speak Chinese real quick because they gonna ship your ass over.
Yeah.
Play
But don't take
basketball
anything
over
in your luggage.
Chinese.
You're
Don't
gonna
take
have
none
to
of your
say it.
luggage.
I'm gonna say it like this: just like the law, ignorance is not an excuse. Period.
Yes, not at all.
So,
And he's not. I wouldn't even say ignorant. He's just being immature and childish, and he needs to do better. And
no, I feel like it's real ignorant. If
Yeah,
you already got a
super
pass once, and then you go do it again, you're being ignorant, and that's what gives us
By
as a
choice.
people a bad name.
Yeah.
Yes.
But see, all right, I'm thinking like, is there like somewhat of a like Illuminati with this, like to where they're
Wait, what?
forcing this on him
To carry a gun, like to do what?
to do all these ignorant acts that he's doing.
I
You know
don't
what
think
I'm
so.
saying?
I think it's just him being young and dumb and want to
Yeah.
impress people, and he's being impressed or being influenced by the wrong people.
He's
Yeah.
self-sabotaging.
He is.
That's exactly
If
what
you're
that is.
self-sabotaging, you shouldn't be in the league, man. You are a superstar.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they
You
don't
are-
always grasp that here.
Right.
You might
Again,
be a superstar, but
But
it hasn't
they're
hit
young,
here
so
yet.
their maturity level and mental level isn't to that.
How old is he?
He's like 29.
he's younger than that, isn't he? Like in his early 20s.
Do I need to Google this?
Let's Google.
I just want to know
Let's
because like
fact check
because
real
I
quick.
can do some brain talk right now that your brain is not fully developed until you are at least 25. And so that means that you can't fully understand the consequences of your actions. So you act and then you think.
Yeah.
And my problem, I'm with you. He acted, didn't think, people gave him the pass. That should have been a lesson. I'm good
But
with
you
one
gotta
more.
think.
So he's 23.
Yeah, so he's
23,
not
okay.
yeah.
And he's sitting around older superstars that I feel like nobody even tried to sit down and give him a lesson. Like, hey,
Yeah,
you
where
know,
was his team?
But see,
Yeah.
I won't even say this because this is what I'm going to say. The young people today, talking to them is not working.
Mm-mm.
not the young people. I'm talking about the veterans, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, even if he could have had people that told
Had to
him,
pull him out, yeah.
like, say, hey, the first time you got to pass, don't do that shit again. This is because this is what can happen. The young people today, and I'm speaking from an educator standpoint and just in period as an adult, the young people today, talking to them doesn't work.
And they need to know why. And if you can't tell them why,
Yes,
and a good reason why, then they're not going to do it.
because even
That's
after you
facts.
explain it to them, obviously they're going to do it again. They have, for this generation, it's all about learning by experience.
I wish that if there was a veteran that was going to step up, I wish they would have stepped up and not just talked to them. I don't know. This is just, I don't know. But if somebody should have pulled them in and been like, you are with me.
Yeah.
Let me show
Sometimes
you.
it's the people around you that want to see you fail the most.
Absolutely. That was
Because
actually
that's
one
why
of
you
my
always
FYF
have
today.
to look out for number one.
Yes.
You have to make
Yourself.
those conscious decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Well, and then the people that's around him, why are we going live? What, you want to go live because Ja Morant is in the passenger seat? So
Yeah.
you got to show like, I
I'm with
really
Ja
know
Morant
him
right
yeah.
now. Yeah, like yeah.
Which means those are the people you should be
That you
exiting out of your life immediately.
Exactly.
Watch the company you keep.
Exactly.
Period.
Because if you know that we're about to go do something that probably won't look good on me for the league or whatever, I'm already scrutinized. So with that being said, I don't need you going live. I already have enough pressure. You know what I'm saying? So they for me, his friends, they did him wrong in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, I know in the video they showed the dude like tried to like put the camera away from him. But at the end of the day, why are you even going
That's-
live in the first
that
place?
split
Correct.
second will catch anything.
Yes.
Just like how it was when he was at the club with the girls and everything, like
Mhm.
all of that. Like
And then even with that situation, it would have been fine that he was at the strip club. The strip club wasn't a problem. It's the fact that you're waving a gun around in a strip club.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And again, got caught on Instagram Live because you are with the wrong people.
Yep.
So Ja
Well,
Morant,
if he was out in the open, then
Shouldn't he
kind
be,
of
like,
brung that on
practicing
you
your
brought
basketball
this on
or
himself. I don't know.
something.
He needs to practice a lot of shit. So I don't know. But
you
yeah,
can't change the people around you.
There it is.
Change the
Change
people
the
around you.
people around you. So
Oh, that's good.
Simple as that.
yes. All right.